Okay, end of turn 4. Last call, nations at war. I have to be very careful here because I'm not wearing any shoes. I can't show any feet because YouTube, Twitch, whoever will take it off. So I got to be very careful here. Thought that was very important information for you to know. Let's get really to the serious battle evaluation now. All right, so reinforcements that come in. Not much happened here in the towns. They remain disrupted. Germans still own half of that town. They really own that now. They probably should have moved up and around to try to take that. But man, you move up in the open, you're disrupted. Pretty much a given. I'm missing a unit, but this guy's here. A unit has been killed on the American side, and I can't find it, so I don't know where it is. But so anyway, but the Americans got reinforcements coming in, tons of stuff coming in. Those guys are going to go down there and reinforce Survey or whatever, Survey. It's fake made-up town names. These guys are all swarping over here to Swarpen, and they're going to get rid of those boys, those Germans, and then come down here and clear these Germans out and make sure that they hold this town. The Germans got reinforcements and are coming out wide here with a couple of armored infantry platoons, some little tanky boys, little warble. And then you got some tanks moving on to this town over here. The Germans, remember, have to take all of these. I mean, I just don't know how it's going to happen. There are 10 turns. I am beginning turn 5, so I'm still over halfway to go. I just got to be hyper aggressive, but when I am hyper aggressive, I keep getting reduced and disrupted. So, so hard playing this game. All right, that's it. We'll talk to you after turn 5. Bye. All right, turn 5 of last call. So everyone got to activate in turn 5. They came up on here, starting to attack the city in turn 6 if they get activated. Lots of little, so they got, one of these guys will move into this town. Maybe they have the machine gun, although I really need the heavy machine gun up there. So really, I should have done what I did before, and I might just move this back, actually. He'll stay down here to guard that town since he's a half squad. This guy will move up here with the heavy machine gun because they still got to clear this out. There was a little bit of there was a close combat here between Spalschmjäger and some Americans. They both wiped each other out in this field. The Americans moved some guys up when he went around. So what happened is the American went out here to get rid of some Germans, and they did it, but then no one could disrupt these guys. These guys got disrupted with fire from all these guys coming on. I wanted to see, because you can bring a unit in and then flip them over, and I thought, could you bring him in armor in half-track mode and then flip him over in close combat in that, but there's a close combat number on here. So I'm guessing not, because I think it begins immediately, so I'll have to kind of read about that. This headquarters kind of needs to stay somewhere over here, because he only has 8 hexes before we have to start checking if these guys are out of command. So we got a sub-command, which is awesome, and it's going to take them 2 or 3 turns to get down here, by the way. So they really need these guys to hold out so that they can fight these guys, but these tanks down here are going to be rough. We haven't had any tank combat yet. Another question I have is, does concealed come off once it's for good, or does it go on at the beginning of a turn? So like if these guys fire, they're not concealed anymore. Are they then concealed again? Or if I move in, are they concealed? I need to kind of figure out the concealment rules. So these guys, I kind of forgot about this guy here. There's one tank, disrupted anti-tank gun in here. So these guys kind of started sweeping around because I kind of forgot they were in there, but then these guys came up and started shooting at it. So I might be able to, the Germans might take Bulge next turn, confidently. And the funny thing is, they got to get up here and take this too. I mean, they have to take everything. So it's pretty interesting. It's like, you got to go. I think tanks can take towns, so there's no limitation on that. All right, that's turn 5. So a lot happened. I guess the reports are going to get longer as we have more units on there. And everyone gets to activate. So, yeah. Okay, into turn 6. So the Germans are pressing. They got one element of this town here. These guys moved up here slowly but sure, so they'll have to be ready for that defense. The headquarters for Bauer is over here. Most of these guys are out of command over here for Bauer, but a few of them got in command and moved up. The Germans also completely took that town, so one town is completely taken. They lost the hex in this town, so these 2 are secure. That one's taken. It's probably secure for now, because these guys are coming down. They need to stop this attack. over here, and we'll see what happens. Now these guys are out of command over here, so they're going to start rolling for that. So that could be a problem. And these guys did a job here. They did their job. They wreck, and then the Germans attacked and took out the jumbo when they close assaulted right outside the woods there. So that was bad for the Americans. The Americans lost 3, and also a step of armored infantry. Yeah, the American CCA took a hit. So that's where we are at turn 6. We'll see you after turn 7. Okay, end of turn 7. So not much is developed here. Not much happened in this. These guys did close assault them, and they got pushed back, which is pretty amazing because one of the guys was disrupted. So that's pretty cool. With the tanks and infantry, they close assaulted and they were pushed back. These guys made it closer, and did not do anything. Some people were out of command here. The paras moved up. So it was fun. It was kind of fun watching these guys disrupted a stack with the headquarters of paras that had close assaulted someone in there. There's lots of close assaulting going on here. And then, so they disrupted him, and then a steward ran in there and killed the unit and took out the unit, and then the headquarters had to come out back as a replacement, which was pretty fun. And then, so they got a steward there, but then it got disrupted in that close combat, so that could be trouble. These tanks need to get over here to kind of screen this town so they don't get attacked here. They could rush and get all cheeky and rush, but you got these tanks here that could blast them, which will happen. These guys will start moving and they'll blast. I lost my mortar. I never got to fire it for the Americans. Yeah, but the Germans need to haul butt and get up there. If I can get these, need to get these tanks in command. The problem is I got this command. So that was, I don't know. Him being way over here is limiting their movement. So that's kind of fun, like shows limits of fuel and some of the command confusion at the time. So that's turn 7. We'll see you later.